Hey, I'm ready. Who's ready? Welcome everybody. It's New Year's Eve. We're at home. I'm with you. We're gonna do an incredible dinner today. It's all gonna end at midnight. A little glass of Prosecco. I hope you bought your bottle of Prosecco and didn't think I had one magically sitting in the box, because it's not happening. Let's talk about the sidecar. Let's talk about your cocktail. Sidecar is a classic drink. It's kind of one of those, you know, in food, when you're making sauce work, you have your mother sauces. A sidecar would be considered one of those as well. From that, you can make like 50 drinks. We're doing a Calvados sidecar. So we're going to use Calvados. Watch this. In container C, C for cocktail, we've got our mixture here. So in here, we've got the Cointreau with the Calvados, a little touch, a splash of brandy, and lime juice. Over here, this is the apple intensifier. So this is apple juice with a touch of molasses, simple syrup, and then cooked down low and slow with a touch of vinegar for acidity level. A sidecar has a little bit of a tart feel and taste to it. So all of these containers out, along with some garnish here, 2 little dehydrated orange slices for you. So what you want to do is, in your kit, you want to have your shaker, you want to have your 2 glasses ready to go. You're going to take your ice and you're going to pop it into your glass. I'm going to snap my fingers and they're going to fill with water. Wow, look at that, all ready to go. And what's the purpose here? It's to get the glass nice and cold. Alcohol, 1 for 1 cocktail. Alcohol, 2 for cocktail number 2. And we're just going to put in about, oh, let's just do it all. Yum, yum. Now you're going to grab your ice. Now, lime juice is already in here. So the lime juice that you have in your container, you're going to put here. You're going to get 2 bread and butter plates. You're going to put your lime juice into one, and you're going to put your sugar into the other. We're now going to take these glasses, because they're ice cold. We're going to dump them in. Give them a little shaky shake. Make sure you get as much water as possible. You're going to take the glass, you're going to go in and do a spin. You're out. Here's your sugar. You don't want a lot of sugar here. You just want a nice little fine ring. Okay, 1 is down. Let's do it again. I don't know, I feel like I want to sing a merengue song or something when I'm doing this. Okay, you ready? Oh my God. Look at that, love. And you feel the thickness of the liquid and how it's just going to take you, hold you down, and make sure you go nowhere for the next bunch of little bites and stubborn forces. There's just a little bit left there. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty damn good looking cocktail. Even better when I say to you, Happy New Year's Eve. So dive down here. You got 2 boxes to bring out. Box A, which is going to be the Cauliflower. Yeah, you know it. And then container B, which is bacalhau. So earlier in the first month of January this year, I took off to Portugal, and between Portugal and Spain, Barcelona, I was able to experience bacalhau, salted cod croquettes. So these are potato based, done with salted cod. It was so funny developing this dish here. I went around the city looking for salted cod, and one character said to me, he's like, oh, that's in seasonal. I'm like, bro, it's salted cod. You know, the whole purpose of salted cod was so that we could transport fish around and use it during like scurvy-esque times, right? So anyway, I'm gonna give you 4 of these balls because I love them. Generally, like when you go to Portugal or Spain, you'll actually see them canaled. I ain't got no time for that. We're going straight with the ball, all right? Inside of here, we have 2 things going for you. We have a homemade piri piri sauce. So piri piri is basically, from the Portuguese standpoint, it's very different from the Argentinian standpoint. This one here has got minced shallots, garlic, ginger. I've got some hot peppers. In this case, I've used bird's eye chili, cilantro, a little touch of cumin, salt, touch of sugar. It's got some really incredible ballsy depth to it. The garnish that we're going to do with the bacalhau is just some crispy fried leeks. We're just going to put it down like a little bit of hay. I've just got a little bit of oil in a frying pan, and we're just going to give that a little shallow fry. If we come right back over here, we've got the cauliflower. We've already kind of given it a light tempura coat for you, so that all you need to go in a light fry, all you need to do is drop it into the frying pan. In the container, you're going to have the following. You're going to have a couple pieces of cilantro. You're going to have in this little container here, and by the way, this is container A that we're looking at. So in here, you're going to have, this is an edamame avocado puree. Just going to pop that down there, do a little pull line. Let me do a little quality check. Absolutely. And then just flip these around so they don't get burnt on one side and not the other. I'm going to kill the heat on this because I'd say these guys are done. That cauliflower is not going to need a lot of time to come up. Just keep it moving. That's great. Back over here. You're going to take, I'll be straightforward with you. This is way too much sauce. So you're going to get a half size of this. But in your container, with container A, you're going to also get some vegetable oil in a 2 ounce container, so you have oil to do your fry up. So that's only going to be 2 ounces. As you can see, it's more than enough. All right, and then what you're left with here, the cilantro, the pickled gojis, and the crushed cashews. So let's go for it. We're going to take out our bacalhau. And then the cauliflower are up to temperature now. So you'll get 3 pieces. Maybe you'll get 2 big pieces, but I'm going to try to get 3 so that you guys can fight over the 3rd one. You just want to kind of like get this all kind of dirty. And then this is why God gave us fingers. Go ahead and put them in. And you want to stand the cauliflower head down. This, you don't need this. That's why you don't need it, because it's only for your fingers. Put a little crushed cashew, a little pickled goji berry, little sprigs of cilantro. If you want to rehydrate those into a little bit more of cold water, no problem. These are your bacalhau. Look at this. You know, you've got your sidecar. You're coming out of the kitchen, you're like, hey, I'm ready. Who's ready? And then your wife looks at you and she's like, or your partner, and says, seriously, we're on the first course? Like, no, babe, we're doing little bites. Blackie's got her back. Well, I hope you enjoyed that mucking around, having the little bites, driving the car, the sidecar. I mean, you know why the name sidecar came from. You know, on motorcycles, a sidecar, it evidently has something to do with that. That's how old the drink is. I'm just gonna think the guy ran out of things to come up with for a name of a drink and he went with sidecar. You gotta say it like, sidecar. Let's get into it. We're gonna now get down to some serious business. We're gonna do the 7 dishes. Remember, this isn't sharing, this is plated. So you're gonna find 2 dishes for your first course. This is a wonderful fusion of 2 different strong, determined cuisines. Oh, trust me, they're not determined, they're well established. Italy and Japan. So we've got soya with truffle, shiitake mushrooms, pickled carrots, baby spinach, pecorino cheese. So container one, go to the box of life, the box of giving. And in here you've got some baby spinach. So over to you. Some people are not into stems. You get into stems this time, okay? They're way better for you. This is the dressing. The dressing comprises of soya. It's egg yolk based. And in here we have Dijon mustard along with shallots, garlic, salt. I think that's pretty much it, if I'm not mistaken. So what you do to make this dish look like restaurant worthy, you don't actually put the dressing on the lettuce leaves. You put down the dressing on the bottom of the plate. Give a little roulis roulant action down on your plate. And of course, remember prerogative rules on Chef. Oh, woo, it's so beautiful. So then we have a container here just with some avocado oil, olive oil, and a touch of truffle oil. I'm gonna put that into your lettuce leaves, which in this case, baby spinach. The baby. We're gonna give it a little shaky. Oh yeah, remember those days when you used to have a salad at the office, when you used to work at an office? But now you're like working from home, and better still, you're partying at home with Chef Blackie. So in we go. Look at the lettuce. It's all nicely glazed and gorgeous looking. And you're gonna pick this lettuce up, you're gonna drop it down center core of the plate. I think it's a bit aggressive, the amount of lettuce we gave you. We don't want you like, having to undo your pants halfway through the dinner experience tonight on New Year's Eve. Nothing worse than walking around with a belt undone. So I think that we're about there. So we might make a little minor adjustment on the portion size of the lettuce, but it's pretty darn good, I will say that. Next, it's all about color toning. So we have some baked shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to sprinkle those down onto the plate. And then we're going to follow up with some of the pickled shredded carrot for acidulation acidity level on the dish. And then we're going to finish it off with some of the pecorino chipped cheese, which is just going to go down. I mean, this dish was seaside at the Oberoi in Bali, and we'd serve it with sea scallops. And people would put it in their mouth, and the kitchen was behind them always, and they'd always be like, they'd rubberneck. They'd be like, what? Oh my God. Enjoy, everyone. Amazing little salad. I hope you lick the plate clean. But we're gonna slide into course 2. This has been a signature dish for the last 4 months at the restaurant. Cavatelli, morel mushrooms, Moroccan preserved lemon. Back in January last year, Jillian got us to do a little side trip, the two of us, and we went down to Marrakesh, and the big thing we saw there, not only were the olives incredible, but it was the preserved lemon. Oh my God. I was just totally blown away by this flavor profile. So let's get into it. Cavatelli, you're gonna grab 2A and 2B. This dish has a little enhancement over what we do in the restaurant. We're doing it with ripped burrata. So in the container, let's go through this. In here, we've got the caper cream reduction. We've got green peas. We have the burrata. We have some butter and olive oil. Butter and, vegetable oil, my apologies. This is minced shallots with preserved lemon. And then here are the morels. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's all you get. And then the cavatelli on the side. So, in a frying pan, you're going to take your olive oil, I keep saying olive oil, and what I meant to say, I want to put the butter down inside the frying pan over a medium flame. While that's cooking out, let's just get the lids off of all of this. Oh yeah, can you see that? I singed my office hair. What's that? Oh, you'll have to find out later in the session. So we've got everything going on here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put down the preserved lemon, a little bit of minced caper and shallot down inside of there. And then we're gonna follow that up with the pasta. So pasta-wise, yeah, you're about no more than that. It's a little aggressive, the portion size, but that's okay, we'll get that right. You wanna just cook that out. We're bringing heat to the pasta. So the next element on this dish, when you've got this going, is this 35% cream reduction. So we're gonna hit that down inside. Ooh. And that's when you're gonna bring your flame up to full speed now. Because you're in the juice. You're in the middle of service, you've got 42 orders to pick up. Can you do it? No swearing and no copying attitude. Just yes, chef, okay? Right, next we got green peas, the morels, and the burrata. So if you come back over here and see this lovely sound, you've heard me talk about this in videos before. The food speaks to you when it's in a pan, and it's kind of amplifying here. You can see the bubbles getting fatter, juicier. They're literally looking at you going, eat me. Oh my God. We're gonna go with the green peas. Oh, look at this. Remember, chef's prerogative. I wouldn't go any lower than that. It's at this stage of the game you want to add or adjust your seasoning level to where you want it to be. And then we're going to hit it with the morel. And in we go. It's just a gorgeous little simple pasta dish. And we're going to come right here into the bowls. Good old left hands. Cameramen love me so much for my left hand usage. Look at that. Make sure your flame is off. And then you're going to take your burrata and you're just going to come in and you're going to drop some pieces over the top. Now, there's two ways around this. You can either gratiner this under the salamander at home, or you can be a madman like me and literally in my hand. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. The blowtorch is in hand. If you don't have one of these, hold on a second. I was competing there for a second. If you don't have one of these, broiler, high heat on the broiler. Pop these in until you gratinate the cheese and melt it. But the beautiful thing about these, it's like 90 bucks at Rona, Home Depot. Get one. Get one. And birthdays are so much more entertaining. Everything's more entertaining, you know? The kids are running around in the kitchen. No more kids. Dogs are running around. You might trip over them. No more dogs. They run away. It's like the perfect repellent, okay? But more importantly, let's get to it. Happy birthday to you. Burrata in a bowl for you. Pasta done. We're moving into wave 3, course 3. So this one is actually kind of more like a sharing, and you'll see by the way we do the presentation. So this dish came about, oh my gosh, this is going all the way back to when I first arrived in Canada at the Brook Street Hotel. We used to do this tuna pizza. Yeah, it was like super hip and cool to have like a sushi restaurant or a sushi bar in a restaurant, in a hotel, I should say, and that worked really well, that concept. Here I'm showcasing to you not only this 10th anniversary dish, because we started this 10 years ago on our first menu here at Next, but also because it's our 10th year, we're showcasing it again, and it was a huge wish. Pickled daikon, the tuna, sushi grade tuna, coming out of Montreal, of all lovely imported places. Togarashi mayonnaise, wasabi mayo, a little bit of dressing, which we're going to utilize for the arugula. And then this is basically a tuna, a jasmine rice puck, crispy fried, done with jasmine rice, sushi style. So it's sticky, but we use jasmine rice. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna pop these down into a frying pan, and you're gonna give them just a little shallow crispy fry up. Okay, so those are gonna work like that. And while that's going down, you're gonna take your togarashi mayonnaise, you're gonna pop it down on the plate, and you're gonna give a little run across. Okay? And we'll probably give you a little bit more than what's in here. I'm finding it to be a little bit of a challenge, so you won't, because we're gonna have that container filled right to the top. Oh my gosh, I gotta try it. So good. Just flip these over with your hand. We're just trying to bring back the crispiness that's in there, because we already pre-fried this for you. We didn't want you like turning your house into the smell of a massive deep fryer, right? That's not a good idea. Your dressing that you have, you're just gonna sprinkle it onto the lettuce leaves that you have here. Just give those a little toss up. You've got your pickled daikon, you've got your tuna. The daikons, if they show up this big, just take a knife and cut them in half. All right? And don't worry, if it smells a bit farty, the daikon, they're supposed to, okay? It's like a turnip. But I guarantee you see what that's doing to me? It's making my mouth go, That acidity against everything else that's going on here is just gonna be absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. It's almost crisp right up. For all your partner, your better half, whoever you're partying with this New Year's Eve at home, they're gonna have no clue. They have no idea. They're gonna think MB's in the kitchen getting this going for you. So look, off we come. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. Just kind of maybe get that a little bit more even, if you may. And then you're just gonna go with a little bit more of the togarashi mayonnaise, and we're just gonna get a little bit more over the top of it. You see what I'm saying? It's a bit tight, so we're gonna make sure you have a bit more. Then you're gonna go with the pickled daikon. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go with some of the arugula for some color. There we go. A little bit there. Really straightforward. No messing around. And don't be using tweezers, okay? It's not that kind. Look at this tuna. Oof. That is just gorgeous. Let's hope it's snowing outside when you're presenting this dish. Because, you know, the line that you're gonna use when you bring it to the table, you're gonna go, huh? Huh? Yeah? Okay. So, the end of your spoon, just a little dollop of wasabi mayo. And this isn't full strength wasabi. So if you've been maimed earlier in your life when you were in your teens by doing a dare and snorting wasabi, it's not gonna happen today. This guy's having a little bit of an issue. He wants to get closer to that one, you know? It's all about those New Year's Eve cuddles. Speaking of cuddles, tuna pizza. Course 3, baby. Tuna pizza behind us. This is a Laos-based dish. It is a beef larb. It's got quite the little kick to it in terms of spice level. Let's kind of go through it. It's done with lettuce wraps. Let's just go through it. So in these containers, you got 4A and 4B. If you go to 4B, you already have the cooked out larb. You're not gonna heat this, it's gonna remain cold. What do we got in there? Beef, sour long bean, capsicum, bird's eye chili, fish sauce, palm sugar, ginger, garlic, galangal. Over here, Thai mint. Oh, look at that. Someone's so happy to hear from me right now. Thai mint, Thai basil, cilantro, culantro. No, I'm not saying cilantro wrong, culantro. Some people refer to this as sawtooth herb. The correct pronunciation is culantro. So you have your little Boston cup lettuces. You're going to drop one down for presentation. You're going to have the remaining, you're going to put in a little cup on the side. Here you have your nok cham, which is shredded, finely chopped bird's eye chili, fish sauce, lime juice, and a little touch of palm sugar. I don't know if you could, ooh, that's going to remake you, but I promise not to break you. You're going to take your meat. Ooh, let's get a clean spoon, Chefy. I know there's one down in here. Isn't this convenient when you have a little pot full of spoons? So much easier than having to jump to the drawer every 5 seconds for a spoon. You've just got them ready to go. So you're just going to take this mixture. And the cool thing about larb is to thicken it when they cook it out so you don't think you're presenting hamburger helper here today. You're not. They take glutinous rice and they toast it out. After they've toasted it out, got all golden brown, they're gonna buzz it and grind it until a fine dust. And that's what kind of brings it all together and gives you kind of like that chalky, cakey kind of combined texture so that it's not crumbling or leaching oil or anything else like that. So the culantro, you get about 3 leaves with that. You have some cilantro going down. You have some of the Thai mint and basil going down as well. I mean, come on, guys. Where are we going today, right? I tell you where you're going. You're in Asia. Life is grand. It's snowing outside. The year's coming to an end. Enjoy your larb. Course 5, we're getting there slow and steady. I hope you've been pressing the pause button. I hope you still have some wine because the Tempranillo is going to work really great with this. This is a dish that we started probably like late summer. Miso braised beef short rib, red miso, toasted sesame seed, gorgeous stuff going on in here. We're doing it with the classic Blackie, duck fat mashed potatoes. That's it, potatoes, duck fat. We generate a lot of that. We got to use it somewhere. And oh, is it tasty. And then in here, in 5A, we've got some kale, asparagus, cauliflower, and a little bit what appears to be some shallot raw. We've got toasted sesame seeds. We've got a little garnish of parsley with some beet stained shallots, and then the butter and vegetable oil. So drop that down into your frying pan. If the butter wants to come out, it will come out. It did. So we're going to just take the vegetables very quickly and we're going to drop them into the frying pan. All right, and why we want that, we've got a little bit of crunch still left on the cauliflower and we've got the shallots. The potatoes is next. We're going to pop them into this pot right here at the end. In we go. You want to grab a spoon. And remember, if I can cook on these crappy little pots, burners, you can cook too. So we're going to just drop that down, the potato. And if you have a little bit of water, just for some moisture so you can get this going, just a little bit of water from the tap. That's good. One more mix up. Oh, that'll be ready in no time. Let's have a look at our veggies. We're going to bring that up to full flame. So you can see the veggies are starting to move and get some action going on there. Won't be long. So while that's happening, we're going to move out our containers that we've already used. So that's 5A, B, and C. B's got the beef in it, which is actually going to be a very quick action. So the veggies, again, want to hit this with a little bit of water, which is going to create a little bit of steam action. Watch. It's going to combine with the butter. You want to season, go right ahead. Your veggies are warm, pop them to the side. Frying pan back down. Now we go with the beef. You short rib down inside. You can see the sauce is reducing. You're going to take 2 beautifully cooked pieces of the beef short rib, pop them down. and they're gonna come up. Next, we slide around. This is all in real time, all right? We're not doing any Iron Chef Canada action here. Oh, did I say that? That was a great show, by the way. I had so much fun. You know, it was one of those experiences when at the end, when they called the last cut on the last episode, we all had a little boo because we realized it was over. But if you've ever seen Iron Chef, there's no messing around. They only give you an hour to get that stuff put out, and it can be very, very intense. Emotionally, physically, everything. Potatoes are ready to go. Look at this meat here. It is coming up quick. It smells great. The cameraman is starting to drool. So just sliding that over. This is going to take no time at all. While that's going on, the potatoes have come up to heat. And all we're going to do here, we're going to do a dollop dead center and a dollop dead center. You want to run your mashed potato on the edge and come up with all this frou-frou action? Go for it. I ain't got time for it. I want to eat. Ready? Let's just go around, separate our veggies out, kind of pop them down, keep it kind of natural, no real mucking around. Gorgeous stuff. Look at this. Done, 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 done. A couple of shallots that have been caramelized off and down. I love that. Look at that. We're almost there. Ready? Get the tongue action. We are at temperature, people. 1 per person. 1. And 2. And your sauce. If you find that the sauce looks a little too tacky, a little too thick, you can put it back on the burner and just give it a little. That's it. Doesn't need much. And now reconstitute the viscosity back to what you want, and look at it. Oh, la, 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 oh, so beautiful. Going in your mouth. Remember Pasquale? God, I love that guy. Growing up as a kid, he would just sing his heart out, make all this awesome food. It was such an inspiration as a young kid for me. I love that. And then when I needed humor, I'd watch Bruno Gerussi, and you know, from the Beachcombers, and he had a cooking show at the end there. And I used to sit there in the morning, and I loved that because it was just so humorous. Like he'd have like bar benders blowing up. It was always, you know, very dramatic, very Greek, very Bruno Gerussi. God, I miss that guy too. He was such an inspiration. Look at this. Enjoy. We're on the last savory dish. It's gonna be a knockout. You're gonna get 4 shrimp each. Let's go through it. 6A, 6B, 6C. Let's go through what they are. Here is the rice, and we have the garnish for the dish. We have 6B, which is the shrimp itself with a bit of oil. So the oil, we're just gonna splash that down in the frying pan right now. 6C is the actual curry, finished, ready to go. So 2 things we're gonna do. 1, we're gonna come over, and you see this little contraption I have set up here. All I got in here is like 1/8 of a cup of water. I'm gonna take my rice, it's come to a boil. I'm gonna drop my rice in. Excuse me, and I'm gonna bring that up to a heat level so I can kind of reconstitute and bring back the rice because the rice is a day old. The shrimps are gonna go right into that pan. Very straightforward dish, no messing around. Remember, lay your shrimp down. Unlike scallops, don't touch them. Do not touch. With the rice, once we lift this plate lid off, the water's almost gone. So now you just want to take a fork. Now I have this on a very low flame. shrimps are coming up. I crank the flame even higher now. So red Thai curry prawn, nice little kick to it. We're basically have a garnish here comprising a Thai basil and some enoki mushrooms that we're going to use to garnish the dish off. How's your fill level? Are you doing okay? Do you feel like you maybe need to take that belt off now? Walk around the block? I do it. Nobody's going outside tonight, you know that. There might be the odd dog walker, but that's about it. And did you find the party favors in the box? I hope you're not finding them now and you've been wearing them since the beginning. Taking lots of pictures, having a good old laugh. Here we go. So we just want to turn the shrimps over. We want to get a little bit of color going on there. Give it a sec. Try to keep it on the flame because every time you take it away from the flame, the pan gets a little cooler, right? Shrimps do not take long to cook. Like if you ever made shrimp cocktail, you know as soon as you bring it to a boil, it's ready. It's ready to go. So the rice is the same here. Look at this. This took no time at all. The water is gone. The rice is at point. I'm going to pop that right there. Boom. And now the sauce for the shrimp. Wow. Just make sure your shrimps are free and they're swimming around, and maybe have a little taste because you might not have made it, but you bought it and you deserve to have the first taste. And you can be like, yeah, it's all about me. You know, since I was like 15 when I first had a proper red Thai curry, love it, love it, love it. Cook it out, keep cooking all that out. I kill the flame on that one back there so we don't set the camera on fire. That's pretty much there. Now we're just going to go ahead and plate. Rice down center. We don't need a lot, do we? Because you know you're running out of space. Let's call it what it is. We're getting to the end here. We got dessert, and we always have space for dessert. Here comes the shrimpies. You're just going to take your shrimpies and you're going to pop them down on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same. Next plate. And you know, some of you out there, I know of one person who's actually ordered 4 boxes. So multiply, conquer and divide. Here we go, sauce down. Just let it ooze over the top. Lots of sauce, need lots of red curry sauce, always. Make sure the flames are off. Just take your garnish, knock it out on the table. Go down with your shroomies. Look at those. Tear up your basil. You don't need a lot, but you need enough, right? Look at that. That's gorgeous. Prawns, jasmine rice, red Thai curry, enoki mushroom, Thai basil. Yum, yum. We're on the last course. It's the 7th course. I mean, it better be like 10 after 11. Better be close. So you have a little bit of time to kind of get ready for that pop of the bubble and celebrate that new year. We're on cheesecake with El Ras Hanut spice blend. Mini cheesecakes. You're gonna get 2 each. Let's go into container 7 and check out this lovely little dish. This is actually an original creation, just made for tonight. I've got amazing desserts that I do there, and I know some of you are like, why didn't he do the brulee? I could eat brulee until my brain explodes. Oh my gosh, like the brulee, if you didn't know, that's what chefs, we constantly battle against that dessert. So this one's gonna be on the new menu in the new year. So little mini cheesecakes done with banana. This is some more of the Ras El Hanout spice blend in here, but it's lemon curd. So we're just gonna go, and I'm trying to think of how I might want to do this. I might want to just be a complete nut bag and put down 2 of these. Yeah, I think I'm going to go a different approach here. And then I'm just going to take some of this lemon curd and we're going to just pop it right over the top. So you have enough to put a good solid dollop on top of each one. Okay. Somebody's like, I don't know, Chef Blackie, this could be difficult. All right. It's like this, the lemony with the spice. Oof. It's like a Brit went to the Middle East and decided he no longer wanted to eat fish and chips. So we're going to finish off with some blueberries. So now you can kind of have fun, taking you back to your days when you would do, what was it called? Light bright. We're finishing off here with a bit of espresso crushed meringue. Now, this is just some crushed cashew. I don't know if you noticed about me, but I love cashews. I could eat cashews. I'm the guy that buys the unsalted cashews, the non-spicy ones. I love those. What a great substitute for protein, but also what a great snack. Look at these. Are you looking forward to coming in next in the new year and checking these out? Super tasty. You all know my deep fried cheesecake. This is a whole other level. Happy New Year, everybody, and best to you and your family in 2024.